Hello little sparks, great to see you again. Now, this week's video is based on a story in the Bible which you can find, if you want to, in the book of Mark chapter 2 from the beginning. So if you want to read later from the Bible, you can. That's Mark chapter 2. So I've enlisted the help of some of my friends this week to help me tell this story. This is a story about 5 friends called Claire, Faye, Ian, Lee and Matthew. Hello. And how they all came together to help each other through their love for one another. So this is steps to help each other to love and good deeds. Many years ago, Matt was in a tragedy that left him paralysed, and this meant that he couldn't walk. One day, Jesus again entered Capernaum, and the people heard that he'd come home. They gathered in such large crowds that there was absolutely no room for social distancing, not even outside the front door. And Jesus told them about God. Lee heard about this and said, "Why don't we put Matt on his mat and take him to Jesus and he can heal him?" I don't feel up to that. I'm a bit tired. Come on, Ian. We'll all be in it together and we can help each other out. Do you really think we can carry Matt on his mat to Jesus? Yeah, sure. I mean, you're pretty strong, Claire, and there are 4 of us. Sure, we can do it. We can lift him. So, that was agreed. They began to carry Matt on his mat to the house where Jesus was teaching. When they arrived, they couldn't get Matt or his mat anywhere near Jesus because there was a huge crowd. Even bigger than this? I've got an idea. Let's go up these steps onto the roof. Let me just get my coat. Steps? That was the last thing on my mind. Go on. So they went up the steps onto the roof.
And how does this help exactly?
Well, we're going to make a mat-sized hole in the roof for Matt and your mat, and then lower you down through the roof on your mat to Jesus. Lee, I knew when you climbed up those steps you were up to something. And then they made an opening, little hole in the roof. Wait, what? The roof? Oh, I don't think we can do this. But we must get Matt to Jesus. Yeah, we're his friends, we've got to. They dug a mat-sized hole. Do you think that's big enough? For Matt and his mat. So they could lower him down right above where Jesus was. Right, we all need to lower him at the same time. Right, it's time to begin. I'll count us in. 5, 6, 7, 8. So they all lowered Matt down on his mat to Jesus with a little bit of a bump and a scratch on the way. And when Jesus saw the faith of the friends, he said to Matt, the paralysed man, "Son, your sins are forgiven."
It wasn't me. I didn't make the hole in the roof. It was them. Look, them. Up there. Look. You can see it. You can see it. Oh, you healed me. Oh, thank you.
So Matt got his mat, got up and walked right out straight through the crowds of people. All the while praising and telling people about what Jesus had done for him. Wasn't that such a great story about how those friends helped each other and encouraged each other, even when they didn't want to do something, or they didn't feel like they could, or they didn't feel good enough. And another great story about Jesus healing someone. That's it for this week, little sparks. I'll see you later. Bye.